Why Kaspa is about to explode. Kaspa is not just another crypto. It's a revolution in proof-of-work technology, and if you're not paying attention, you might be missing out on one of the biggest opportunities in the market right now. Most people chase hype-driven projects, jumping from one trend to the next. But the real winners, they're built on strong fundamentals, cutting-edge scalability, and real-world utility. And that's exactly where Kaspa stands out. It's not just another blockchain. Kaspa is rewriting the rules of proof-of-work, bringing unprecedented speed, security, and decentralization. While the masses are distracted by Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, Kaspa is quietly making moves, building, scaling, and positioning itself for a massive breakout. Think about it, Bitcoin was once doubted. Ethereum was ignored. And the smart money? They saw the potential before the retail crowd even knew what was happening. Now, history is repeating itself. Institutions and high-level investors are starting to position themselves while retail investors are still sleeping on it. And once Kaspa's adoption and momentum reach critical mass, that's when the explosion happens. So what makes Kaspa different? Why is it one of the strongest contenders for the next wave of crypto breakouts? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why KAS is a game changer. We're breaking down the tech, the adoption, and the key catalysts that could send Kaspa's price soaring. So, stay locked in, because if you're serious about making smart crypto moves before the rest of the market catches on, you're in the right place. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Be Crypto Smart, where we cut through the noise and bring you the smartest plays in crypto. Now, let's get into it. The tech behind Kaspa, why it's different. Let's break it down. Kaspa isn't just another blockchain upgrade. It's a complete reimagination of how proof-of-work should function in today's fast-paced crypto world. Traditional blockchains force transactions into a single chain, creating bottlenecks, delays, and high fees. You've seen it with Bitcoin, slow and expensive transactions. Even Ethereum, with all its upgrades, still struggles with congestion. But Kaspa, it flips the script. Instead of a single chain structure, Kaspa uses a blockDAG, directed acyclic graph. This means multiple blocks can be processed simultaneously, not sequentially. No waiting, no congestion, just pure, high-speed efficiency. Let's put that into perspective. Bitcoin, 10-minute block times. Ethereum, 12 seconds per block, post-upgrades. Kaspa, 1 block per second. And it doesn't stop there. Kaspa's design allows it to scale even further, meaning as demand grows, it gets even faster. But here's where it gets really interesting. Kaspa achieves all this without sacrificing security or decentralization. Unlike many next-gen blockchains that trade off security for speed, Kaspa remains a true proof-of-work system. That means no central control, no validators, no questionable consensus mechanisms, just pure, trustless decentralization. Near-instant confirmations? Check. Scalability without sacrificing security? Check. A decentralized network that doesn't rely on a few large players? Absolutely. This isn't just another blockchain trying to be fast. This is what Bitcoin would look like if it were built today. Kaspa is proving that proof-of-work isn't outdated, it just needed a serious upgrade. And that's exactly what it delivered. Real-world utility and adoption. Tech is great, but without real adoption, it's just another white paper project. So where does Kaspa stand? First, let's talk mining. Kaspa is one of the most profitable proof-of-work coins to mine right now. That's a big deal. Why? Because when miners flood into a network, it doesn't just mean better security. It means higher liquidity, bigger investments, and a rapidly expanding ecosystem. Unlike Bitcoin, where mining is becoming centralized among massive institutions, Kaspa remains accessible to smaller miners. That keeps the network decentralized the way crypto was meant to be. But mining is just one piece of the puzzle. Kaspa's real-world use cases are already taking shape. Its near-instant transactions and ultra-low fees make it a powerhouse for real-world payments, remittances, and enterprise applications. Think about it. Sending money across the world in seconds with almost zero fees. That's something even Bitcoin struggles to do efficiently. And then there's DeFi and Web3. Kaspa's ability to handle high-speed, High-frequency transactions makes it a prime candidate for decentralized finance, smart contracts, and Web3 applications. While most projects are stuck on promises, Kaspa is delivering. While others are trying to fix outdated tech, Kaspa was built for the future from day one. And here's the best part. Adoption is happening right now. From miners to developers to businesses looking for a better blockchain solution, Kaspa is quietly building an ecosystem that could rival some of the biggest names in crypto. The only question is, how long before the rest of the market catches on? Why Kaspa is primed for a massive move? Now let's get into the real reason you're here. Where is Kaspa's price headed? If you study every major breakout in crypto history, there's always a pattern. The biggest gains come from projects that start as hidden gems, undervalued assets with strong fundamentals, growing adoption, and a moment when the market suddenly wakes up. Kaspa has already checked off 2 of those 3 boxes. The tech is solid, adoption is rising, and the only thing left is that breakout moment. And if history repeats itself, that moment could be a lot closer than most people think. Kaspa is still flying under the radar. Right now, KAS is criminally undervalued. The market cap is tiny compared to its long-term potential, and most retail investors haven't even heard of it yet. But that's exactly why the opportunity is massive. Think about it. Bitcoin was ignored when it was under $1. Ethereum was overlooked when it was under $10. Solana was practically unknown before it hit triple digits. Every major crypto that became a household name went through this exact phase: low awareness, low price, and then an explosive breakout when adoption caught up. Kaspa is in that same sweet spot. The people who see the vision now, before it goes mainstream, are the ones who stand to benefit the most. The supply and demand setup is perfect. Here's what makes Kaspa different. It's not just another hype coin that pumps and fades. It has a rock-solid foundation, and its tokenomics are designed for long-term growth. Unlike inflationary tokens that flood the market with new supply, Kaspa has a structured emission schedule. Over time, the amount of new KS entering circulation steadily decreases, creating natural scarcity. As adoption grows and demand rises, this shrinking supply makes price surges even more aggressive. We've seen this before. Scarcity plus adoption equals price explosion. It happened with Bitcoin. It happened with Ethereum. And Kaspa is positioned to follow the same trajectory. The market is already showing signs of accumulation. Smart money is paying attention. If you check on-chain data, whales and long-term holders have been quietly accumulating KAS. This is the same pattern we saw before Bitcoin's biggest bull runs. The people who understand the fundamentals load up before retail catches on. And here's the thing, crypto moves in waves. Right now, we're in the quiet phase. The phase where early investors accumulate before the hype cycle kicks in. But once the momentum shifts, once retail FOMO sets in, parabolic growth is inevitable. We've seen it before. An undervalued crypto with groundbreaking tech suddenly goes mainstream, and price action follows. So the real question isn't whether Kaspa will explode. It's whether you'll recognize the opportunity before it happens. It's not a question of if, but when. The real question isn't whether Kaspa will explode. It's whether you'll be positioned before the rest of the market wakes up. As adoption continues, awareness spreads, and the market starts recognizing the true value of Kaspa, we're looking at a project with serious long-term potential. The window of opportunity won't stay open forever. So, here's the bottom line, Kaspa isn't just another speculative altcoin. It has the speed, the scalability, the security, and the real-world adoption that could push it into the ranks of the top-performing cryptos. We're looking at a project that's solving the biggest problems in proof-of-work, all while staying true to decentralization. That's rare. That's powerful. But the real question is, will you recognize this opportunity before the rest of the market catches on? We've seen it happen before. Early believers in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana were dismissed, until they weren't. The ones who did their research, who understood the fundamentals, and who positioned themselves early were the ones who won big. So what do you think? Is Kaspa about to explode? Or do you see another project leading the next wave? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your take. And if you got value from this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next big crypto opportunity. Because trust me, what's coming next on Be Crypto Smart is something you won't want to miss. Stay smart, stay ahead, and I'll see you in the next one.